Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. And today, Farm Progress Show bound. I am heading out there. It is Monday late afternoon. Heading out to the Farm Progress Show for tomorrow. We are going to be attending the Farm Progress Show really all day. Well, obviously I'm going there. But Tuesday, Wednesday, I will be there. I know this video will already come out. I'll put this on the Tuesday video. Hopefully it'll be out on Thursday-ish or so when I can get it out. But we're gonna talk to a bunch of companies, see a bunch of new equipment. I know the AF11, 10, and 9 for cases out there are, I actually put a teaser out there. We actually have a part of Hartung Family Farms out at the show this year. A bale that we baled 2 weeks ago, actually Case IH bought from us, and it is sitting out at the booth right now. So cannot wait. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to show you guys what's there. I bring an interesting perspective as a engineer on equipment. I can take a look at products from a unique view, both from a farmer and from an engineer. So let's get out there. I take a look at it, and if you guys haven't seen it, the world's largest grain cart also just got revealed at the show, the Hallmaster 3000. I actually got a sneak peek at it. I'm actually going out there to film it right now. So if you guys want to take a look at that, go take a look at it, and then yeah, we'll see what else we can get into. But I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Hey, someone's out chopping corn silage right now. That might be Blanchard's. What? D&H's Ag Information Center with a new, couple of new CRs there. Neat. I didn't even know that was there. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, we are at Farm Progress Show. Hour number 1. It opened up about a half hour ago-ish. And this place is already packed, so cannot wait. Let's go see what we got. Some new stuff going on. Go by the John Deere booth, the Case booth, and see what else we can see. So right at the gate you see this MacDon folding corn head, and I'm actually really kind of curious how this thing works. So just like a hinge draper, like the MacDon drapers, it actually, the corn head will flex, and it looks like, yeah, that skid plate down there is how you actually control it. So it's 2 hydraulic cylinders. This is your slide plate. Looks like it can go about 10 degrees either way, maybe 9 degrees either way. That's a pretty cool design. Not bad. They also got their FD2s, tri-reels. Really like the idea of that. So we're gonna make our way towards the John Deere booth, see if there's anything new. A couple big old strip till bars right there. Well, I'm not expecting anything too crazy at the show. Nothing, like I said, the new Case AF9 and 9 and 10, that'll be pretty sweet. The new John Deere 9RX 830 will be here. I actually see it right now, so I'll get a little bit of footage of that and see what else we can see. That is one big old inline ripper. Hey look, it's the autonomous 8R. And look, no one's driving. Fun. So I believe how that works is you got cameras up on the rack up here. You got cameras around the cab. You can kind of see one back there around the back as well. So it has full vision. I believe it also has some other sensors around to kind of help it, but it's kind of neat. This also has central tire inflation system. That's interesting. Yeah, there's your cameras on the back. So you can see all the way around it. Giant 9RX 830. Giant. So this is pretty cool. An 8RX, you could actually put 1,000 gallons worth of product in here. It's got integrated saddle tanks. That's pretty cool. So you're seeing a lot of companies come out with the See and Spray now, but Deere's had theirs for a couple years. It's kind of, I think theirs looks the coolest. Black carbon fiber boom. And check out this guy. John Deere 8020. That is sick. And of course, you can't swing by the John Deere booth without looking at the X9 and the 45 foot draper. What? Can't afford a 50? What the heck? So, pretty cool stuff. I did a lot of in-depth stuff at the Commodity Classic when they launched all the automation features for this. You guys should really check that out in this video right here. Won't rehash it, but pretty neat. So Deere's actually got a pretty big booth this year. We're getting into this kind of smaller ag stuff. Got gators, small tractors and whatnot, but I am kind of surprised they have 3 different See and Spray sprayers here. They got a Hagie, they got a Deere boom that's retrofitted, and a carbon fiber boom. Pretty sweet. I think that's the way that they want to go. Curious to see how much they're selling though. New round baler, new 6R, 5x6. My goal right now is basically just to do some hot laps, see what all we can see. Case IH booth is straight ahead. We'll go there. We'll go there next. See what all we can see, and then maybe towards the end of the day get a little bit of interviews. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Do you guys remember in this video right here, I made the joke that, or not the joke, but I hinted that there's going to be a surprise on the farm. Well, let's go take a look. And it had to do with the Farm Progress Show. There she is, all the way from the farm. Baled up 2 weeks ago. Even smells fresh, I love it. So they got it on a 75C Farmall tractor. I mean, I tell you what guys, you want to go check this out because it smells great. Cool. That thing's huge. Oh hey, look at those guys. So I just ran into Welkers. We'll catch up with them a little bit later. They're busy shaking babies and kissing hands. So I got to run over to the Various Industries building. There's a cool company I want you guys to show what we're going to be working with this fall. I want you guys to take a look. It's really going to up the efficiency and data efficiency, we'll call it, of our farm. That's something I'm really passionate about and really excited about, because I want to bring our farm to the next level. In my opinion, having good, clean, accurate data at the tips of our fingers is important for that. Hey, Salford booth, we'll have to check them out a little later. That is huge. So this is what's called the Varied Industries tent, VRT, VIT, whatever it's called. Basically just a lot of smaller companies in through here. Okay guys, so I am here at the Risesorb by Foss Solutions booth, and I'm here next to Craig, and we're going to talk about some pretty cool stuff. Like Craig, why do we got so many giant $20 bills around?
Yeah, so with Risesorb, switching your MAP or DAP out to Risesorb, a grower can see a $20 ROI on a per acre basis. And so they can go to our website and calculate their savings. So you're going to save about 10% on a per acre basis, so call it $5 an acre for most growers. And then with the yield increase of Risesorb, you can get that other $15 an acre ROI.
So when you say that, what is it about Risesorb? So you're saying you're cutting $5, that means you're applying less product. How do you get more yield because of that?
Yeah, so Risesorb is 50% more efficient at plant uptake than MAP or DAP. So what that allows us to do is, instead of applying MAP or DAP, you apply Risesorb 839.0, simply replace it in your fertilizer program, however you're using MAP and DAP today. And so because it's 50% more efficient, we can apply 33% less volume. And so that lower volume results in a 10% on a per acre basis.
That makes sense. Less trucks on the road hauling fertilizer, less less time filling up. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you can do the math there.
And you know, we've got more than 500 on small plot and on-farm trials. The on-farm trials on corn, more than 140 across 16 states. And so you can see a slight yield advantage on that. So, you know, you can save money and you don't have to give up yield. So, you know, with these prices for phosphate to corn right now, it's the worst phosphate price to corn ratio in history. It's probably not going to change with the way the world markets are. And so a lot of growers are looking at their budget and going, well, I got to cut my rates because I can't afford to put on the amount of fertilizer I've been putting on. And so with Risesorb, we can cut your budget without having to cut the effective rate, and we don't have to sacrifice yield because we're cutting the rate. So
when Craig and I were just chatting, I mean, these next couple of years are going to be very hard for farmers, and we got to basically do what we can to tighten the belt. What can we spend the least amount of money but get the most amount of return? I mean, that's gonna be the name of the game, whether it be for equipment prices, for inputs, for seed, for anything. And I feel like Risesorb is going to be a great way for one of these levers to pull to really kind of help tighten that belt, but still not sacrifice anything on the top end yield. Because at the end of the day, we want to do the best we can with the least amount of inputs. So I think that's, I mean, Risesorb, it's why I've decided to work with them, and we're really kind of curious to see what happens to those 20-acre plots that we have on our farm, because you mentioned over 140 farms or 140 trials you got going out there. My farm's one of them, so you guys will definitely be able to see that. So looking forward to it, Craig. Like I said,
thanks Ron, appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, well, that's kind of neat. It's like a swing away mower, sidearm. Interesting. I'm gonna walk a couple booths. I gotta meet with another company here shortly, with a good channel sponsor of ours. So let's go see what else we can see. Hey, this looks familiar. Had one of these on our farm earlier this spring. It's a really sweet VT till. I really like the job that it did. I mean, because I hooked it up, you know. Oh, that's cool. I'm by a spray helicopter right now. This thing is sweet. Oh, look, another seed spray.
all comes up like that, and makes sense. And that works.
Hey, look, there's the world's largest grain cart. Nice. Okay guys, got an exciting announcement. So this fall, we are going to be partnering with Agromatics and Libre Carts. I actually got Jasmine here from Agromatics. So Jasmine, tell me a little bit about the system that the viewers at home are going to be seeing quite a bit this fall.
Yeah, so it's a really simple system to get started on. So this is the Libre Cart hardware here. It just plugs into the load cells on the grain cart that are already on there. If you already have a scale head, you just unplug that and replace this with the system. So you can reuse all your cabling. This gets mounted right onto the cart if you want it to, so it's wireless across the ditch. And then it just pairs with the Libre Harvest app on the tablet or an iPad, and it automatically detects every unload on the grain cart, so it tracks which field it came off of. If you want to track which truck it went into, you can, and then where it's ending up, so you can kind of do some inventory management within the app as well, and track as grain gets moved or sold as well. So it's all automatic, you don't have to touch anything. It's going to record no matter what.
Perfect. And that the two things I love about this system is data simplicity, because look how easy this is. With our old wrinkly scale head, you really don't know what your field's going to do at the end of it. By the time you pull out of your field, you'll see exactly how much it yielded, how much weight, what trucks it went on, etc. Just a data simplicity, I love it. But also getting rid of that old scale head, you have an iPad that you can use for other things. It's just so much easier. Getting rid of all those cabling and harnessing. It's going to be awesome, guys. We're actually going to be picking up our kits soon. We're going to be installing them here soon, so it's going to be cool. So Jasmine, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Tell you what, guys, if you've ever been to the Farm Progress Show, Nelson's here. It's actually pretty good for what it is. A little bit pricey, but you'll have that. But it's honestly really good food. Really, like I said, you gotta lower the expectations to a fair or a carnival or anything like that, because that's basically what this is. It's a fair for farmers. But it was pretty decent. And I guess I really never explained what the Farm Progress Show is. The Farm Progress Show is essentially a show. Every year it rotates between a location in Iowa and a location in Illinois. We're in Boone, Iowa today. And it's basically just a massive, North America's largest outdoor farm show. So they'll have demonstrations going on, tillage demonstrations, harvesting demonstrations. They're gonna be harvesting some corn out there. So we might go out and see some harvesting going on either today or tomorrow. We're not sure yet. Gosh, that thing is just massive. Stara, so that is a Brazilian company that I want to know more about. That is a unit. It's a mid-mount boom too. Okay, I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna have to talk to somebody about this one. So you do not see a unit like that. So I'm walking out here to the field demonstrations. I'm curious to see how far away they are. So it looks like Deere has some riding drives here. Same with Polaris. Ag Leader's got their spray drone. I think there's an autonomous grain cart demo out here somewhere. I think that's the autonomous grain cart right there. So that'd be kind of neat to see. Yeah, so there's Trimble's autonomous grain cart solution. It's kind of neat. Wish I could get closer to that, but there's a lot of stuff on top of the cab. Lets it run autonomously. I think AGCO's doing that, or PTX Trimble, that's what's doing it. Oh, there's all the combines. It's just kind of neat to see corn that's ready to be harvested in late August. I know it's a smaller, shorter day corn for this area, but still. Yeah, there is nobody in that grain cart. Cool. Mine's ready to harvest. Looks like we got a Fendt, a Case, AF11, an X9, and there it is, autonomous grain cart.
Safety is packed into view across the full width of the header, reducing operator fatigue and greatly improving.
That's 7,800.
This settings automation adjusts the compound to your desired output. And British ground speed automation continually measures top volume and automatically adjusts the compound speed so you can maintain
There's something about the smell, guys. Smell of corn heads.
At booth 1202.
This is the Closs Treon. This thing is hauling the mail. It's going the fastest of any combine. Granted, it's only got an 8-row, but still, it's got well over half the power of that CR.
But exceeds your expectations by helping you achieve the profitability you deserve.
He is moving. So here's the Class 8600. It's a Class 8. Closs 8600 Class 8. With a 12-row Closs corn head. I think it's a Capella. That's good enough for me. So let's go ahead and I'm going to look at all the losses on our way back, see if I can tell any machine that had the most. Looks like this one's the gleaner.
Can work close to the ground.
Honestly, all the losses look pretty similar. Nothing too crazy, but none of them were also pushing the speed, so can't really get a true test. You know what I find strange? New Holland's still building tractors with the same styling as our 8050 20 years later. Come on, New Holland, get with the times. It's finding strange that they're literally building the exact same tractor in red and in blue. Spurs the lands. So obviously we're in the New Holland booth. All the corporate spies out there. But guys like that taking in-depth pictures are definitely working for some sort of company. Because I mean, who really wants to take a picture of a belt that up close and it's walking around all the machines? So all the companies do it. I'm just guessing though. I really don't know. Let's go see if I can find somebody on this CR10. Single rotor, dual rotor, I'm kind of curious. This thing is huge, so long. Looks like there's two sets of sieves, two sets of top sieves. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody to explain. Oh, just snap. Just snap. Caught that on a way up here. Okay, this is the cab. So same, I'm gonna use Casey's terminology because I don't know New Holland's, but basically dual IntelliView 1200s, Pro 1200s, whatever you want to say, the same thing. So nice wide monitors. Still got the patented New Holland kind of like, you don't push it and hold there, it returns to center, so go faster, go slower or reverse. A lot of switches. But I mean, overall it seems pretty walk up easy. I can figure out like residue, something residue, a lot of residue stuff. Engagements, transmissions, these are all my settings. Rotor reverse, cool. Header reverse, sweet. I don't know. So AGCO has the combines that do not have a steering wheel. I love the idea of that. Going down the road is my only biggest issue I have with it, but I'm kind of curious. I might grab somebody now that Intel, whatever they're calling it, the steering wheel stickless steering wheel thing is not there. I love the leather. Look at this, kind of like yellow indents. Sweet. I don't like that I cannot see into the grain tank near as easy. Smaller window. The lumbar support, that is awesome. Infotainment, all the lights up here, that's pretty sweet. But overall, pretty clean unit. I really like it. The joystick would take a little bit to get used to because it just doesn't fit my hand as well as other things like a Deere. But up, no, this is up, down, this is real. Not sure what that is, it's unloading auger. I can get used to this, no problem. I'll tell you what though, this really isn't that scary for how big this machine is. I say scary, but I mean, the drives aren't horrible. Like, it's not that busy. It doesn't seem like it's that bad to work on. And they got steps on each side. I love it. Okay guys, we are at Farm Progress now, and standing behind us is a CR10 combine. And I actually got Curtis here from New Holland. So Curtis, tell me a little about yourself and what we got behind us.
Yeah, you bet. So I'm Curtis Hillman. I'm the cash crop segment lead for New Holland. And here at Farm Progress, we are launching the CR10 combine. So this is the new model, or the additional model that joins the CR11 that we launched earlier this year down in Louisville. It features the same totally new architecture, new driveline, new twin 24-inch rotors. This one features a 13-liter engine, rated at 635 peak horsepower, as opposed to the CR11 being at 775 horsepower. So big capacity there. We've got a 455 bushel base grain tank offering and a 4.5 bushel unload rate. Options to consider upgrading those are planned. In addition to that, on the front of the combine, we've got a Cornmaster 9216 30-inch corn header. So this is a new corn header that we just launched. Features the biggest feed auger in the industry to make sure that we can feed this beast to maximize capacity. So from a technology standpoint, we've got the dual IntelliView 12 displays in the cab, which give you better accessibility to precision features, gives you the connected vehicle features, so you can do the remote screen viewing, some of those kind of things. So a lot of new stuff there. We've at the back end of the machine, we've got a this machine features an integrated chopper and a spreader capable of spreading up to 50 foot on this as it's configured here. And we also have the IntelliSpread feature, so it's the radars that are looking at the spread width of the material and automatically adjusting left, right, or overall spread width as needed to make sure that we're hitting that target spread width to match the header.
Is that like a spinner speed adjustment, or how is that adjusted?
Yep, indeed. So yeah, those radars are looking at the material being thrown out each side and can tell where it lands according to a certain target, and then it speeds up or slows down the impellers as needed.
That's a lot of cool things. So like, just real quick, because we do have a CR990 right there, what are the big differences, just quick highlights between this one? I know you said bigger rotors, bigger engine, like what's the big difference between, like I said, your guys' older platform? Sure, yeah, so the CR9.90 or the rest of the CR lineup, so the 7.80, 7.90, 8.90 and 9.90 and 10.90 from our 25 all still exist and carry forward. You know, with a tried and true performance and capacity that we know there. New for that series of machines this year, they will also receive the IntelliView 12 displays, so dual IntelliView 12, so nice upgraded customer experience there. So those are some of the key differences there. And now I'm putting you on the spot a little bit here, but everybody online asks, what's the difference between this and a AF10? Because everybody says it's just a red one painted yellow or a yellow one painted red. Everybody says that.
So New Holland, in fact, if you look at the windscreen on the front of these, we're featuring the 50 years of twin rotor experience. So since we launched the TR70 in 1975, here we're coming into model year 2025, 50 years of twin rotor leadership. And that's where New Holland continues to drive and to excel.
That makes sense. So any of the CR10 and 11, those are twin rotors, where the AF10, that's a single, I believe. AF on the case one.
Yeah, you'll have to check with them. But
no, wrong booth. But I think everybody always asks. Well, Curtis, I really appreciate the time, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Past that, and all the farm just pulls you back in somehow, and you kind of go like once you grow up on a farm, your heart.
So this is the AF11 twin rotor Case IH, very similar to the New Holland CR11, but the AF9 and 10 they just launched today is different. So here's the AF10. It's a single rotor, pretty sweet. Also has the stairs, very similar body. Cool. So here's the cab. I like this cab better. I like the red leather. So remember how New Holland had the push one? This one stays. So this is all very similar from the flagship. And here's your Pro 1200s. Pretty cool. I really like this new high definition screens and whatnot. But same cab, I'm guessing. Sweet. This thing's a beast. Oh, same horsepower. Very interesting. So the same horsepower is in this thing as the twin rotor AF11. Cool. Okay guys, I am back with Leo. And Leo, what do we have here? This thing is a behemoth. What do we got behind you?
Hey Ron, we're standing right next to our AF10 combine that we released here at Farm Progress Show. And today behind me you'll see single rotor machine, so axial flow history here. And we were talking a little earlier, the rotor is physically longer by 3.5 feet.
That is massive.
So that's 40% increase in threshing and separating. When you look at that, if you were rotor limited in the past, if you had rotor loss, we look at an AF9 and AF10. We didn't talk about the AF9 yet, but AF10 gets a 775 horsepower, 567 grain tank capacity, but that single rotor technology. So if you wanted to move up to the dual rotor, it'd be the AF11 that you saw back at National Farm Machinery Show. I think we had a chance to walk around it.
Sure did.
And you'll see we can get up close and personal with this unit. So again, ground up redesign, lengthen the wheelbase. Feeder is changed, so we use a synchronized feeder system. So we use the actual rotor to drive the feeder. So why do we do that? Because we want to make sure we don't have a high or low. We know we're going to vary based on crop. So higher speeds for maybe cereal grains, so we can spin that feeder house to look at accelerating that crop to get it within that single rotor. We call it an AFXL. So AFX technology, the L is for longer.
Makes sense.
So when you look at it going through the crop flow through the machine, as we come down to the cross-flow plus cleaning system, again, 4 sieves with an active green pan that we can now take sieve pressure sensors, and there's 4 to allow us to shake that green pan left to right independently of the sieve, so we can maintain that capacity.
So there's no more self-leveling like on your flagship?
Exactly. So yeah, self-leveling. Our 260 series still has that, but basically I call it a bassinet, or we had a rail assembly and we had an actuator.
Yep.
So now what we do is we take technology from the 160 series, implant it into the AF series, and now we can pitch and throw through oscillation that crop where we need to place it. Because we know that a single rotor or any rotor will put crop in maybe an area and concentrate it. So now we can better adjust that. And how do we do that? We take the sieve pressure sensors. The sieve pressure sensor basically is just like these 2 fingers, has a high and a low, so it's trying to maintain the pressure. So if we have a crop mat that comes to the top, now I have a high pressure here, low pressure here. So now through automation, we can now make some changes. Or in this case, now take that and now shift it side, shift it left or right.
Gotcha. Yeah. See that? And I've always loved that on our 150 series. We've had that, and it makes a big difference. That's cool to see it on such a much larger scale.
And you don't have to slow down.
Keep your name of the game. Efficiency. Makes sense. Well, Leo, I appreciate the time, sir. This was cool. I appreciate it.
You got it. Thanks, Ron.
Okay, I had to swing over and take a look at this thing. I've never been next to an ag cat or ag tractor, and these things are huge, massive. They don't look like it going 100 mile an hour through the field. So here's your pump. It's just spun. The faster you drive, the faster that spins, the faster it puts stuff out. Oh, that is cool. Just look at this thing. That's amazing. That's awesome. Here's that Steiger 715 quad track. Cool. And here's what I'm excited about. They actually updated their smaller frame Steigers. So, you know, we have a 400 HD. They came out with the newer models with the updated styling, updated horsepower, new Pro 1200s, etc., etc. I want to see if I can find somebody on that a little bit later. But it looks like it's up to a 525 in the road track configuration, or road track or the road trap tires. I think it's just your normal Steiger series. Here we go, 425 up to 525. Nice. So we're up in the Magnum. It's a 525 row crop Steiger. I don't know if we'll go anything this big, but definitely our next tractor will be probably a 425 or a 475 horse tractor for planting. It's kind of neat. It's got the Pro 1200 displays. It's got the new command center with your new gear shift and really everything. New cab, nice red leather. Pretty sweet, to be honest. Wish I could see out of it to actually see how the view is. They're very similar, I would say. I don't like the weights in front of it because you really can't see in front of your tires that well, but overall it doesn't look too bad. Get this thing on a speed tiller. Cute. Whew, it has been a day so far. Talked to a lot of people, met a lot of cool ones. Thank you to everybody who stopped me and said hi. It's cool to see everyone and talk to you guys even for a little bit. So we'll see what else we can see all the friends we can meet, and then might have to call it a day and come back tomorrow. I've only seen about half the show so far, so we still got Kloss booth to see, AGI booth, ADM booth. We got a lot of folks to go see here soon, so let's see what else we can get into. Well, to be honest, guys, time got away from me like it normally does, and I forgot to record an outro, so that's why I'm going to be in red, because I'm wearing red today. I apologize. It was a fantastic show, though. Time got away because I literally just ran into some friends, got talking, and then all of a sudden it was 9 o'clock at night. So it happens. it's yeah, it happens more than I care to admit. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and close this video out right now. I really appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for the next one. The Farm Progress Show Part 2 is gonna be coming up here shortly. Stay tuned for that. Appreciate you watching. Take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-ta for now.